Hello and welcome to the 8th edition of Indian Hotelier Awards. I am joined by Mr. S.P. Reddy. Sir, how would you describe the current state of Indian hospitality industry and what are the few trends that you think are going to shape the next 5 or let's say 10 years?
The India is going through a growth spur, uh, not only in the major cities but also in the tier 2, tier 3 cities. If you really look at Marriott itself, I have signed up 6 Marriotts of various brands. Marriott has signed in the last 9 months about 5,000 rooms. That tells you the growth story of Indian hospitality industry. What is happening in India is the Gen Alpha and Gen Z. Gen Alpha is the young, aspirational kids who wants to travel. There's a cultural tourism is also increasing. There's a vacation tourism is also increasing. The study shows that 95% of this Gen Alpha and Gen Z are going to travel at least once or twice a year. So you need quality rooms. Brands like Marriott, brands like Hilton, they are making huge investments in their human resources also to manage this growth. We have seen. I'm a hotelier. I've been in hotel industry since 1992, back in US and also here. There's a growth trajectory, but one has to be very careful. This business is not an easy business, so and I always say that you should not chase the hot stuff. So one has to wait. And I just said on the stage, there's a difference between a missionary and a mercenary. So basically, you have to wait for the right opportunity, right market study. Just because you have lots of money and a piece of land, you don't want to build a hotel and then burn your hands. So the India growth story is huge. I think the world is betting on India, not only in the hospitality industry, but in other economic areas too. Big plus is young youth India that has huge potential. So we are growing in all sectors. You take manufacturing, you take aerospace industry, you take space defense industry. So there's a huge potential, and I don't think there's anyone who will stop this nation from the growth.
Since you mentioned tourism, how has the resurgence of tourism post-pandemic has really influenced the investment decisions? What are the few areas that have seen consistent and significant growth?
Yeah. So post-pandemic, the markets have really boomed. If you look at the U.S. market, both the job market, stock market in India is also on rise. My estimate, there's almost every day there's $100 million deals are happening in India. So young guys getting into deals, making money, exiting. So Indian tourism in this government is spending huge amount of money on road networks. Okay, if you look at the Pan India, the road network that is taking place, that is huge because you need to get away places from your city. So if you look at Hyderabad really does not have any getaway place, unlike Karnataka, unlike Bangalore, unlike Chennai or Delhi or Mumbai. So Hyderabad Telangana government is making huge investment in tourism, trying to bring up a new tourism policy to do a getaway destination wellness. One of the other things that's a growth segment in India is hotels and wellness center. Okay, is going to be huge. The other sector that is growing in India is the branded residences, which is managed by the brands itself. We are doing one in Trivandrum. It's a branded hotel. It's a 5-star hotel plus a branded residences together. That combination also, there's a huge growth potential opportunities in most of the big cities, because most of them want to move into a managed service apartments kind of stuff, which is managed by the 5-star hotels.
Since you mentioned the role of governments, during his address, the Union Minister emphasize the need to invest in more budget-friendly hotels, the economy hotels. How, as an industry, are you looking at it?
We are working in all segments. If you look at Moxie by Marriott, which is a young brand, Fairfield is another low budget brand. So if you look at Ginger, it's also a good budget brand. You look at Lemon Tree. These Lemon Trees and the brands like Ginger, the GOP is huge. The gross operating profit that is going to give the owners are pretty huge. They are managed well. So in tier 2, tier 3 cities, that's what you need. You need a branded, well-managed hotels. But in large cities also, you need all segments. You just don't have, in most of the cities in last 15, 20 years, we built only luxury hotels. We didn't build the mid-segment hotels like Marriott Courtyards, or you didn't build Fairfield Inns or Moxie's of the world. So Comfort Inn or Hampton Inns, I think they will spur up pretty good. That mix is very important in any major cities. If you look at any US developed cities, you have all segments, right from luxury, 7-star to the budget hotels. So that spread is very important, and India is moving. I predicted this in 2007 when I spoke at one of the conferences in ISB, that India is going to move in that segment, in that area, and I think there's a huge potential for budget segment.
And one more question before I let you go. Since BW Hotelier is going to complete its 10 years in the next January, what do you think of it as a community platform or a one-stop shop for bringing every industry professional on a one stage?
It's a good concept, I think, and more conferences like this will really help for two things. One is networking. Second is look at strategic partnerships. Okay, try to align with strategic partners. If someone is trying to raise capital, trying to raise funds, so this is a good platform. This is my first conference that I'm coming, but it's an excellent platform for young entrepreneurs, mature entrepreneurs to come and exchange their views and listen to the experts and see where the market is growing.
Thank you so much for your time.